How's it going, folk? Well, it's been a lovely day here in Withernsea. It started off a bit chilly, but the day itself was nice. It's a bit chilly now and a bit cloudy, but it's fine. The back of me. And I've got our friend, my partner, Toby. Yep. Plus, we've got the bag of treats. So how is everybody? Well, we're over at Hollym again. Earlier on, I walked 8 miles. That was to Saint-Lemaire and back. And now, I've gone the other way to Hollym. And that's about 6 miles back to my house. Something like that. We've now done 10.64 miles. So I'm going to walk on the beach a little bit, but I'm not going too far. The tide's going out, so I know we're pretty safe. But I'm not going to go a long way because, as you can see, the sun's going down. But somebody will want to go on the beach. Yeah, look at the rock pillar. Wait till we get closer to it. It's definitely getting thinner when you think of what it looked like when we first saw it. Well, there's no rambling club walks this weekend, but I think there's something on Tuesday or Wednesday, so I'm going to have to look into that. There's one at 9 miles and I'm thinking whether to go on that or not. Usually with a rambling club I'm happy with about 7. I know I can do more. Come on then. You have to wait for me. Hang on, Toby. I can't see any going out, so come on, Toby. There he is, a little man. Off you go. See, it's certainly getting smaller, isn't it? Well, this is the famous Hollym Beach that me and Toby visit a lot. Trouble is, at the moment, the tide's in when we come out. It's either coming in or it's in. So I'm very reluctant to come up here. But at the moment, it's out. And that's in the morning, I should say. But it's going out in the evening. See, it's certainly lost a lot, hasn't it? Thanks, John. Hi, Dave. How are you? It is a view. You're right there, John. I'm at a place called Hollym. H-O-L-L-Y-M. It's near Withernsea on the Yorkshire coast. We're about 20 miles east of Hull. So I know Toby likes the beach. I like this beach. There's very few people on it. You don't really get loads of fishermen. Unfortunately, that's what you get at Withernsea Beach. And they just throw the hooks and bait about. And of course, dogs will go up, eat the bait, and there's hooks attached to it. I know a few dogs that have ended up having hooks taken out the stomach and things. What? You want a treat? We're not going to be on the beach that long. Hey, just look at the face of that. Yeah. There he goes. He's going to get his... There you go. Yeah. It is a lovely place to be, this. And so you don't get anything nasty like fishing hooks. So I do prefer... Oi! I don't know what it is. But the other one day last week on here, he found a dead fish and he was after yaffling it. Yeah, normally we'll walk for miles up here. We go for about 3 miles or something like that. I've been known from the morning walk to do like 12 miles. I won't be doing that now because it will be getting dark soon. But yeah, you're right there, John. I'm really lucky to live in a place like this. It's just an amazing place to be. Before we moved over here to Withernsea, we lived in the Pennines, and that was lovely. That was really nice. But given the choice of here, all that, and this, I'd always choose this. Just amazing. You know, walking here, you never get bored with it. It doesn't matter whereabouts you are, whether you're walking up here to Hollym or whether you're going the other way towards Saint Lemaire. It's just amazing. It's just a wonderful place to be. Living in the Pennines were beautiful, but then I had a job to do. I didn't really get much time to enjoy it, although I did when I could. But here, being retired, I've got all the time in the world. Now this week I was supposed to be going on care and maintenance. Rather than walking between 12 and 16 miles a day, I thought I'm cutting down to about 6. 3 in the morning, he said, and 3 in the evening. But watch me diet as well, he said. Today, I walked over 10 miles so far. By the time I get home, it'll be about 14 miles. But there you go. Toby! 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 Come on! Here he is. He's a good boy. You know, wherever you are, you can hear that. You know, it's been a crisp day. It hasn't been warm, but it's not cold either. I'm wearing a coat, as you can see, and my jumper. But it's not a particularly thick coat. I wore that this morning. My regatta. My Scania coat. And I was absolutely sodden with it. So now, come out in a light coat. Well, I can see how far we're going. Wait, somebody's telling me we want a treat. I see we get 8 people watching. Just like to say welcome to my video. It's good to have you on board. We're at Hollym near Withernsea on the Yorkshire coast in the UK. That's Toby, who's demanding a treat. He's going to get one because he's a good boy. Hi Crazy Clips, how are you? There he is. Good boy. Now don't ask me again for a bit. Here we're now up to 18 people. If you're enjoying the video, please like, comment, share, subscribe. At least give your screen 2 clicks and let's get some hearts up. That always looks good. Toby, yeah, Toby's there, look. Crazy Clips, there he is. Off he runs. You know, he can't get into trouble on here. I've no fears at all. But we're not going to stay on for long. There's a house, a farmhouse on top of a cliff, a couple of 100 yards further down. At that point we will turn round. Come on. There he goes. I know. No, oi! Toby! No! He's giving me loads of hassle and aggro. Red one, higher. No, I'm not in Crimea. I'm in Yorkshire, the United Kingdom. Thanks, Jordan. It is. Hollym Beach is beautiful. Oh, Crazy Clips, I'm sorry that you're in hospital. I wish you a speedy recovery. Sorry to hear that. Worst place anybody can be, isn't it, hospital? But still, the medics there will get you right, won't they? Yeah, the beach is absolutely amazing. I love this beach. It's just a great place to bring Toby. It's a great place to walk. If I were to walk far enough here, I'm not going to do it tonight, but if I were to, I would come out at Easington, and then beyond Easington to Kilnsea. Yeah, that's Which sea again? The North Sea, Radwan. Well, that's the main thing, Crazy Clips. You're being looked after. That's it. That is the thing, isn't it? If you're going to look after you, they're going to make sure you're okay. And hopefully you'll be out of hospital ASAP. If you were to go across the sea from here, Radwan, you would end up in Holland, Rotterdam or somewhere like that. Well, there's the house that we're telling you about. When we get level with that, me and Tobes are gonna turn round. So I won't really want to be on here when it gets dark. I don't think I'm gonna get hurt or anything, but I don't know how far up I'll actually have, you know, internet coverage. And I think after this place it'll probably start lagging and things like that. So I'll go as far as here and then we'll turn round, me and Tobes. Yeah, you're right there, David. If you need to be in hospital, it's the best place to be. Hi Mark, how are you tonight? Yeah, as long as you get better, that's the main thing, Crazy Clips. Just get better, just get well. And them guys will make you better. Right, here we are. So we're gonna turn round now, me and Tobe. Well, yeah. But sometimes, Radwan, if you're sick, it's the best place to be, isn't it? You know. So we're going back now the way we come. Some of those clouds as well. But we're not forecast rain. What? Well, sit down. Sit. I can't get them. You're gonna have to go in my pocket and get them. Yeah. Yeah. Toby. Yeah. I might use that picture I've just taken of Toby as a screenshot, as the icon for tonight. Hi Rectans, how are you tonight? It's certainly a nice walk again tonight. I'm certainly enjoying it. Well, we got 10 people following us, so we got some new people. I'd just like to welcome you to my video. I hope you're enjoying it. If you are, please tap the screen twice. Please like, comment, share and subscribe. Got lots and lots of walks, got some videos which I'm experimenting with, and quite a lot of pictures as well on my channel. So if you subscribe, you get to see all that. Now this, what Toby's having a wee on, was about 4.5 foot tall a couple of weeks ago. And now that's what we're left with. It's literally diminishing as we look. Hi Gary. Mark, walking on that, it can be. When I first started walking round about last April, it was hard. But as the months have wore on, it's got easier and easier. It doesn't bother me now, but it did. Radwan, it depends who you are. Some Scottish people don't like Britain, some Irish people don't like Britain. But then again, for lots of others who like being in the Britain, who like being part of the United Kingdom. In Scotland, we had a referendum for independence, and the majority of people voted to stay in the UK. So it depends, really. Yep, a cloudy day now and again, that's right. Oh, the young ones. I used to love the young ones. I say to the old Duchess, my missus, that reminds me of us when we were young, whenever we see bits of it on television. No, it doesn't. We didn't live like that. Yeah, but we did. That is how we did live. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. No, we didn't. She goes mad. We were a bit like that. A lot of people were, you know, not quite a stereotype, but basically a bit like that. Look at that cloud. Wow. Right-hand smoke. Wow. You've got to train really hard for that. Dave, you're incorrigible at times. It was. I used to love. Rick Mail were brilliant. Yeah, definitely have confidence. Let's all tap screen for our boxer. Rectangle. Yep. But make sure you get all your training in. Make sure you got the confidence to do it. We're all going to be rooting for you. Yeah, definitely, Rec. We're all going to be there. We're all there, you know, cheering for you. If we're not there at the time, we're here. Toby! Got to keep my eye on him for dead fish and things, because he don't care. Or dead birds, that's the other thing. I came on here a couple of weeks ago and I found 5 dead gulls. Now and again you see the odd dead one, but there were 5. I do know there's been another outbreak of bird flu. I don't know whether that can be transmitted to dogs or not, but it's best to be safe rather than sorry, I thought. Yeah, I'm sure you're going to do well. It's your first fight as well, so wow. There he comes. It would be nice to be able to walk back on the beach to Withernsea. It's not actually that far, but the tide is still in, even though it's way out there. When you get towards Withernsea, the tide is in, and I would not be able to get round the bend, and I would not be able to get round it. Yes, Mark, yes. Earlier on, they found some fox poo. And, hey, Toby! Come on! He's a little swine, he's a bugger. And he went rolling in it. They were trying to climb up onto the cliff. Right, I've seen a bloke up there. He'll have a dog. Toby! Here! Yeah, he's got a dog. He knew it. And I'm just going to put his lead on while that bloke gets past. Come on. No, we're not going. You want to say hello? I don't mind you saying hello, but we're not going. He's all right, mate. He's okay.
All right.
Yeah. Hello.
Like other dogs at all. She's real funny.
I know, and he thinks everybody should love him.
Oh, yeah, that thing. Saying hello.
Yeah. Come on, Toby. We'll go now. Take care, mate. Yeah, the other dog weren't that interested, so we know what they're like. Oh, tell me about it. You should have seen his face when he were rolling in it, Mark, honestly. No, foxes are not dangerous. They've got a name, but they're not. They're a very timid creature. Oh, God. That sounds absolutely horrendous crazy. Yeah, we got loads of foxes. When I lived in West Yorkshire, lots of people, including us, used to buy chicken from a local co-op, you know, that cooked chicken on the rotisserie, and we'd leave it out for the foxes. No, they're not stray dogs. Some people think they're pests. Yes, if you've got chickens, a chicken coop, they will find a way of getting in. But then I would say to you as well, it's up to you to keep your chickens safe. And that's the thing, it's people are not prepared to go to the trouble. They are a clever creature, but they're very timid as well. They're lovely. Foxes are lovely. I like them anyway. I was in London. It's going back a few years with my two sons, and we were near the tower. And we're having a cup of tea and a burger outside one of these stalls. And this black fox went trotting past. It looked me right in the eyes. I was going to get him a burger, But then it just disappeared into the night. It gone. See, it's a lot smaller this now. Quite big that. When I first saw it, when I first come across it. You see, looking at the base, how big that is. Come on then. Yeah, exactly. That's what we used to. That's what when I lived in Ireland, we all used to do that. That's right, Mark. Well, that works. Tiger poo, doesn't it? Yeah. Well, there is that, Dave. There is that. Unless, of course, if you're what's it called that lawyer at King's Council. Can't think of his name now. Who killed the fox? Really, the law project, the good law project. I forget his name now. Yeah, I'm sorry too. Well, it looks like the sun's going down. We're back on top of a cliff with 20 people with us. If you're enjoying the video, please tap your screen twice. Let's get some hearts. Like, comment, share and subscribe. Tell me what you like about the video, tell me what you don't like, tell me how I might improve it. Tell if you want to talk about something completely different, then do so. We talk about all sorts of things. On here we're all friends. It's a bit like we're all walking together. That's great. That is absolutely great, Rex. Thank you very much. But it is. It's as if we're all walking together, isn't it? You know, it's as if we chat to each other. Now and again, a bit of banter. Tell each other things, and it's really great. It's like we all know each other, well, we do in a way. And yeah, look at that. That's what the sea has done. No, we're not going down. No. He loves his run on the beach. Mark, it's a great community, not just with me, it's with everybody else who's making it a great community. I'm just the vehicle. I'm just a bus driver. Well, it is saddening, Mark, it is. Yeah, I do Dave's walking for him. Well, you've got to, haven't you, Crazy Clips? You've got to have a good sense of humour, haven't you? You've got to understand what people are saying, and you've got to see the funny side as well. But you do it in a nice way, because you want people to try and if I can improve somebody's life a little bit, tiny bit, I'm happy with that. And if people are happy, you know, sharing what I can see, then that is amazing. It really is. It's like I said, it's as if we're all on this walk together. We're all walking and we're all talking and we're all best of mates, and that's amazing, that. Oh God, your missus is taking the dog for a walk and you're sat at home watching me. Oh wow, that is amazing. What will she say though when she gets home if you tell her that? I'm watching Daryl and Toby. Oh dear. Rick, it is a funny image, that's what I'm laughing at. Oh dear. Yeah, that is a fair point, yeah. Some of you may know Dan, right, who comes on here quite a lot. He's having his first live at 11 AM on Friday. Dave, I can't get into it, can you just put down what I gave you? You know how far I walk? Well, yeah. You can tell her we've walked. It's now 6 o'clock. Oh, today I've walked 12.16 miles and I've burned just over 1,700 calories. So you can tell her that. Yeah, Dave, if you can just bring that up for me, because I can't get to it, you know, for Dan. I know it's Dan minus sign small case O, but I can't remember the rest of it without looking. Well, yeah. Oh God. God, you tell. Oh God, I've had a walk. Daryl and Toby, they've done it. We did a good 6 miles from his house up to Hollym and back again. Oh, my back's killing me now. Watching Daryl and Toby. I don't know what she'd say. Well, we've got the horses, look. I tried showing you these the other day. They're lovely, they are really lovely. They're owned by the guy in that house we've just come past. There's 3 horses and a little Shetland pony. Let's try and get me into some sort of focus. Yeah, that's the one, Dave. Thanks. I'll just read that out in a moment. There's one of the horses. There's another one, and there's a little Shetland pony, and the last horse. So we've got one, the pony, and that one. Yeah, so we got at Dan, you know, the at sign, Dave, at Dan 19820, so it would be www.yodel.com or whatever, at, or going to I'm getting all this wrong. Yeah, they do, don't they? They're beautiful. So you're gonna go onto YouTube and you're gonna get Dan. It's not 08, but it's small case 08 FGK. or Dan at 19820. At Dan 19820, I should say. No, they're absolutely brilliant, them ponies. I'd love to be able to stroke one, but it's an electrified fence, so I don't want to get too near to it. I don't want to get shocked. I don't want them getting shocked. He also has two absolutely mental Jack Russell dogs, and I mean mental. I'm going to put that on my, I'm going to post it as well for Dan, so it'll be on my channel. So this is Hollym wood. It used to be a grass runway. I can remember when they had light aircraft on it when I first moved here, but now I just use it for camping, caravans, motorhomes, even tents. We even have a fiberglass cow. Yeah, that's the one, at Dan 19820. Yeah, that's the one. Oh, it's wrapping me up now in his lead. See, it's getting a bit dark now. That's why I didn't want to stay on the beach for too long. I'll definitely put Dan's stuff on my, I'll post it on my channel later on. So if any of you want to see it, just go onto my channel, it'll be there. Try and get Dan's channel as big as this. That'd be really good. What am I recording on my phone? Basically, I'm just recording me walk. At the moment, I'm walking down Hollym Road, back into Withernsea. Oh, sorry, I'm with you. What am I recording on? Yeah, I'm recording on my phone. Yeah. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, no, I realise that. I'm a bit thick sometimes. But yeah, I'm recording on a phone. Oh dear. Yeah. It's an Oppo phone. OPPO. I've got a camcorder at home and I'm still experimenting with it. It's okay, but I need to get better with it because it's up and down like that all the while, and I need to learn what to do with it and how to use it. I've got some stuff on my channel which is kind of alright, but I need it to be better, if that makes any sense. I got one, but it was no damn good. At the time when I got it, I didn't realise how important this would be, Mark. So it was a cheapo and it isn't really any good. So I'm going to get a better gimbal, something that is more use and that works. I'll pay for it rather than just get something cheap. But I thought if I spend money on it, I'm going to get, you know, I get fed up with it. What's the point? But well, no, I haven't got fed up with it. I enjoy doing it. I enjoyed it when I first started and I still enjoy doing it now. So now's the time I can get something good. No, I know you're not, and it's a fair question to ask. I'm happy with that though, you know, Mark. No, I know you weren't criticising me, but no, it's a fair question to ask, and you know, that's where I am at the moment. I'm actually a Lancashire lad, but I've lived here in Yorkshire since 1997 in one part or another part of Yorkshire, either West Yorkshire, Elland, or over here in East Yorkshire. So I've picked up the Yorkshire ways, there's no doubt about that. Yeah, I'm holding my phone in my hand. See, the lights are certainly coming on now. You probably can't see them at the moment, although I can. We'll go round here. You can certainly hear the sea, which is just over that fence there. We'll just get past these chalets and then we'll make our way back to the promenade. It's a lovely walk tonight. There's a boss in front of me. Hi Sammy, how are you? Ducky. Hi Sammy. Yeah, that's yeah, daft apeth. That's a Lancashire saying. Yeah, I was thinking that duck. It's more like Stoke, around that area. Yeah, the potteries. Yeah, we come back. All this is like it's called Golden Sands Wreck. It's like a big caravan site. We've got chalets, caravans, all sorts on it. It's like a bit of a holiday camp. Well, we had that conversation a bit back, Mark. Where does the north actually stand and end? And we found it. Derby and Stoke, yeah. But from what we could make of it, the north starts and ends even at the Humber Bridge. a few months ago, we walked over the bridge. Now, on the north side of the bridge, you're in Yorkshire. That is definitely the north. On the south side of the bridge is Lincolnshire, which is the Midlands. So that's where we decided that the north started at the Humber Bridge. Hello. He's all right. Right, we'll walk on. Hello, love. He's all right. Well, that's what we're saying. So where, if Lincolnshire's not the Midlands, where would you say Lincolnshire was? Would you say it's the north or the south? I mean, it's a funny question really, because I'd always think of Scunthorpe and Grimsby as being in the north. But then again, when I look at Lincolnshire, and it stretches right down to the Wash, right down to Norfolk. Now you get to Norfolk, that is very much east. When we were in Skegness, which is in Lincolnshire, earlier in August, I went for a walk to Gibraltar Point and I could see Norfolk. Well, that is a fair. That is the point. That is it. So that is what we were saying. If you, Dave, where does the north start and where does it end? And everybody has a different view of this. I would say the Humber Bridge, but then again, other people would say different. When I did my degree, I remember, that's going back a long time ago, having a map of the UK, and I drew a line from the Humber down to the Severn. Now, anything above that, it wasn't as rich and incomes were lower than anything below it. Having said that, there were bits and pieces in it that were in the north that were more like the south, places like Ripon, Knaresborough, which have a high income, high standard of living, and they're more like places down south. But then again, as I said, you look at Scunthorpe, Grimsby, and pretty poor places, and they're below that line. I mean, you go to somewhere like Stoke, which, going back when I was young, and you had factories like Michelin, you had a lot of good jobs. It was a place to be, but not now. Where would you posit Stoke? I'd say now it's in the north, but geographically you could also argue it's in the south. Yeah, I get where you're coming. I get where you're coming from, Mark. Yeah, there's no definite answer, is there, as to where the north actually starts. It's what we've all got our own definition of that. Hello. They're gorgeous. Yeah. It's 1 a.m. Yeah, you go to sleep, Rick. Yeah, if I were you, I would go to sleep, go to bed, get some rest. You need to be alert for your classes. Oh dear. Don't worry, love. Hi T, how are you tonight? Yeah, good night, Rick. Chat tomorrow. Have a good kip. Have a nice day tomorrow. Yeah, you definitely will. We're always here for you. It's great talking to you. Have a good sleep, Rick. Yeah, so it's always a good conversation as to where the north starts and north ends. It's some people would say it starts just north of Birmingham, and I get where they're coming from. And other people will say no. I mean, Cheshire's a rich county. Is that part of the north? When you've got places like Harrogate and Knaresborough in Yorkshire. Or Yeadon in Leeds. You're talking £1 million houses. And that's definitely part of the north. There you go, the lights are on, folk. See you, Rex, see you. We're going to go this way. Come on, Tobes. Whereabouts I'm at a place called Withensea. I live here. It's about 20 miles east of Hull on the Yorkshire coast. "20, not 30, Mark. About 20 miles. But yeah, what you're looking at is the North Sea. We're now on the prom. Oh, Dave. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, absolutely. The south starts in Sheffield, yep. Just outside Sheffield, you're in Derbyshire. And you never consider yourself rich until you was refused a winter fuel payment. Same here. That was the most stupid. If you say what was the most stupidest thing our government has done, it was stop the winter fuel payment. If you want to know the second most stupid thing they've done, is reinstate it. Yeah, I'm glad they've reinstated it because we get it, but what I'm saying is, by reinstating it, all they showed people was they don't know what they're doing. That was something they should never have done. best thing, don't do it. But literally, I don't think our government knows what it's doing. Look out there. I think the lifeboat's out. It is, it's a lifeboat. Yeah, I think what you're talking about is the Pier Towers tea. Yeah, that's definitely the lifeboat. Blimey. Sounds awful, does that tea? Now that what you're looking at down there is a tractor that takes a lifeboat down to the sea. I don't know whether they've gone out on a job. It looked to me they've gone basically to where we were. You know, when we were on the beach, they've gone off in that direction. But I can't see anything. Now the only person I saw on that beach was that guy with the dog who we're talking to, wearing the high-vis jacket. Well, I hope he's alright. He seemed alright when I saw him. Oh God, that's terrible. That is really terrible, mate. That really is, Dave. It feels like it because I'm getting wet. We may have a storm coming, but what you can hear is basically just the sea. I'm glad somebody at least got you some decent results, T. That's excellent. Hi, Dee. Yeah, I'm glad at least somebody got you some results. You say you wouldn't fight for your country again, T, but if there was a war, you wouldn't be doing it for the country. I wouldn't fight for Keir Starmer in this shower. But then again, I'd fight for my family. I'm 71, I don't know what they'd have me doing, but I'd fight for my own family. Does that make sense? In a way, if I had to fight for my country, I'd rather fight in France or Germany or Poland or somewhere than here on the beaches. That is the tractor what pulls the lifeboat out. It's just incredible that. I really feel for you, T. Things can be so unjust, can't they, sometimes? You know, times like that, we don't want to know, do they? Hi Anna, I am fine. How are you? Maybe got a take up saying don't enter, so I don't know why that is. We don't want people going in, obviously. "14-month homeless, that's awful." You're good enough to fight in places like Iraq and Afghanistan, to put your life on the nail, literally. You're putting your life on the line. And yet when your time is done, you leave the military and that's it, innit? Huh. Yeah, that's fair enough, Mark. Enjoy walking with Rotty. You're welcome, mate. Well, I'm glad you're good, Anna. I'm glad things worked out for you in the end. I really am. You got yourself somebody who's good. That is amazing, and I'm really happy for you there. You've come back from London. How did you find London then, Hannah? Yeah. I'm really sorry about, mate. Well, it's certainly dark tonight, isn't it? I knew it was going to get dark a bit earlier, and I took a calculated chance with walking up to Hollym and back. I thought it's going to be dark when I get back, but I thought, well, it doesn't matter, I'll be on the promenade, I can't do anything wrong. Hello, good evening. He wants to play. Come on, you. I don't know why people will have a big dog that they have little, if any, control over. He was struggling with that dog. I look at Toby. I've been training Toby since the very day we got him. Now, I've known my mother to have anything up to 4 dogs. She's had Alsatians, Labradors, crossbreeds, but even so, you know, she could do anything with the dogs. The dogs were never a problem to her or anybody else. Yeah, you take. Have a good evening, T. Talk to you again anyway. It's good talking to you now. Well, Toby's leading the way. Look how dark it is. You can't really tell. But it is dark. You can see, you know, the street lights are all on. You can see my shadow. And Toby's shadow. This is the problem with Britain, I think. People like T who give. They give themselves for the country. They do extraordinary things. Oh, yeah, they do extraordinary things. Selfless acts. And they get pushed to one side. And then there's other people who've done nothing and be carried around like royalty. I lived in Burnley in the 1970s and 1980s. The context is, Burnley used to be an old mill town. Lots of textile companies, cotton mills and things like that. In the 80s, all the jobs went and there were massive unemployment. Now that weren't the fault of people in Burnley. The economy was changing and the jobs literally disappeared for men and for women. Mainly men's jobs. Women could get other jobs, but men, it was really, really difficult. I got out of Burnley, me and Pat and the kids, we left Burnley and did other things. Now, I know people back in Burnley who have not worked in going on for 50 years. Okay, things are difficult, but then things change. Now the people I'm talking about, not just haven't worked, now they're getting a full pension which has been paid for by the state, by the taxpayer. Their contribution has been credited to them all their life and they get a full pension and they haven't worked, the kids don't work and the grandkids don't work. And yet you get somebody like T who's made sacrifices, he's given what he can give, he's given everything, and the government, the military, just don't want to know. It's wrong, isn't it? No, I won't do, Dave, I won't. I'm glad you enjoyed your time in London, Anna. I really am. I'm really glad you enjoyed it. It is incredible. It really is, Sammy. You know, I know my brother-in-law still lives in Burnley. Me and Pat, we got out, but we know people. And you know, they're as old as me now, they're in the 70s. I've worked, I was unemployed like everybody else. I went out and did something about it. I was working in Manchester, studying for a degree in Preston and living in Burnley. Just imagine, I'll give you an idea of the distances. Burnley to Manchester is about 30 miles, but I didn't have a car. Burnley to Preston is about 30 miles and it's about 40 miles Manchester to Preston. So I'm doing all that by public transport and it was hard. You know, I'm leaving my home at 6:30 every morning. I'm staggering at 10 o'clock at night. The good thing about it was the time I'm on buses and trains was my studying time along with my dinner hour, so I'm writing my assignments out when I'm on the train or on a Saturday and a Sunday if I'm not working, but quite often I were working on the Saturday and Sunday. So on my days off in the week I was going into university as well, and it was hard, and I mean really hard, but we did it. I got my degree and I thought there's nothing for me in Burnley. I got a driving licence, got a car, And that were us. We were out. And we made our lives. You know, and yet there are other people who just sit there, take the government handouts, and they've never ever put anything in their lives. That annoys me. There's one bloke we know that lives near my brother-in-law. He goes to Benidorm 3 times a year. He's never worked. Me and Pat, the old Duchess, we've been together 45 years. In that time, I've never known him have a job. Yeah, he gets full pension. Paid for by the government. The tax, but the government has no money. The only money it has is what it gets off a taxpayer. And you think, how can you afford that? Hang on, let's get you over here. Go on, mate, you're all right. Hey! Toby's seen somebody else. Oh God! Yeah, 28 Bow. We lived up Brunshire, so I had to get into Burnley as well. I couldn't afford stuff like bus fares, so it was a question of running down that hill. And when I used to get the train home from Preston, and that dropped me off at Burnley Central, and it was a question of running up that hill. Yeah, I used to do it every day, so I know. It was just hard work. I mean, now, to drive into Manchester from Burnley, I don't know, it's half an hour. You got the motorway, go onto the motorway, and you'll get there. In them days, you didn't have the motorway. You go on the A56, take you through Rottenstall and Bury. Well, and then down into Manchester. It used to be funny because I worked at Marks and Spencer's, and I'd have about 4 minutes, if that, to get from the store to Salford Station, and I would literally be running. I'd have my bag with my stuff in it, and I'd literally have to run and get there, get to the station. The one good thing was you bought your ticket on the train. And I'd do that, but buy my ticket on the train, so if I find somewhere to sit, usually a table, see if I could get one, spread all my stuff out, have my money in my hand, and when the conductor came, just give him the money and just take the ticket while I'm reading or I'm writing, doing whatever I'm doing. God, it was hard. But you do what you have to do, don't you? At the time, my missus were working. She was doing 4 jobs, cleaning toilets. Not that she wanted to clean toilets, but we had 2 kids to feed. We had the rent to pay. My money more or less paid for me to go to university, and that were it. Oh dear, dear. Yep. I was thinking about that as I was mentioning it, Dan. Dan, just confirm. When are you? Is it this Friday at 11 o'clock when you're online? Look how dark it is now. Hi everybody. Right, yeah, right, Dan, we've just been advertising you on here, telling people, you know, that you're going to be on Friday, 11 till 1, is it? Right. And you started at 11, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. Yep. Excellent. Well, we'll definitely watch that. Right, folks, I'm back home. It's been a lovely walk, and you people have made it a lot better. So I'm going to say thank you very much for your company. It's been absolutely amazing. You know, all the way, you know, on the beach at Hollym, coming back off the beach, seeing the horses, watching it go darker, reading what T had to say. Evening. And yeah, it's been a great evening. So thank you very much, everybody. I'm just gonna go home now. That's my house in the corner. And I'm gonna see the old Duchess. So I'm gonna say good night to everybody. And once again, thank you very much.